This video has been hell to record and upload. I recorded this video like 3 times now, and each time something has gone wrong, so I hope this time everything will be alright. Welcome to the video! Very long time ago, I asked you guys to ask me some questions if you had any. Some of you actually did have some questions, and that made me really happy. I didn't expect anyone to wonder anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and answer them. I might not answer all of them, I'm sorry about that, but I'll answer pretty much as many as I can. So we'll just go right into it. Let's get started. How did you discover that you liked making art, and when did you discover you liked it? I personally got into art through like characters and stuff. I wanted to just have my own characters that I could have fun with and make my own stories with my friends and stuff like that. So naturally I just wanted to draw. But actually back in the days I was more into like drawing wolves and cats and stuff like that. I wasn't drawing humans much at all. And I think that's because I got into like speed paintings of like people drawing their sparkle dogs and stuff like that. And I wanted to draw like digitally as well, and I got GIMP and stuff like that to draw as well. And I drew on paper and like traced stuff from online, stuff like that. And then that developed to making my own characters and making my own content for myself. It's just been going on since then, I guess. So I think that was around the time when I was maybe 10 years old or something. I don't remember. Why are you so amazing at art? Thank you. Love it. I mean, I can't really answer that question. Practice. 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 Just practice. Favorite color combinations to use? I don't know. I mean, if you look at my art, I think what you will most likely find is that I use warm colors and stuff like that. I'm actually looking right now, I'm sorry. Yeah, like most of my art is just using like reds and browns and greens, I guess. I'd say I use colors from pretty much all over the spectrum. I need to use more blue and purple though, that's a fact. As far as color combination in general goes, I really like green and purple, or like green and pink, and green and brown, and green with literally anything. Pineapple on pizza or not? Well, no, for 2 reasons. I'm allergic to pineapple, and I have a favorite pizza that doesn't have pineapple on it, so I just never have pineapple on pizza at all. So I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone. I don't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm proud of you. You do you. I do me. We're good. Do you record maybe speed paintings? Yes. Lots of them. Lots and lots of them. I want to record even more than I'm already doing, because I just find it's so fun to just go back and look at and look what you've made and how you made it, and see your own mistakes and think about how you're gonna move around that next time and stuff like that. So yes. I could be making more, I could be making less. So you can just go watch them and leave a like and subscribe and all of that stuff. Just kidding, but please. What's your favorite tea and color? My favorite tea, I like all kind of fruity tea. Like as long as it's fruity or flowery, I like it. Like Earl Grey, I don't even know what that is, but I don't like it. My favorite color, like I said, it's green. Green and brown and pink are my favorites. But the others are also nice. You make me question myself, which colors are my favorites? I'll stick with what I said. Green, brown, and pink are my favorites. Do you want to be my friend? I think a more relevant question is, do you want to be my friend? Because I feel like I'm not the best friend in the world, I would say, because I'm pretty easily bored and I'm not very good at small talk, and I'm pretty awkward, especially online. I'm just really awkward. So I think that's more relevant. Do you really want to be my friend? We'll see about that. In all kindness and all that, if you want to be my friend, you can just talk to me. My Discord is open for everyone to just chat whenever they want. Even though I'm kind of busy sometimes, but you can always just text me, or you can just comment on my pictures. I always try to respond to all the comments I get. I also have Twitter, you can just tweet me. Is that how you do it? I'm not that much on Twitter. I don't know how Twitter works. But really, you can just talk to me and I'll talk to you, basically. Like you normally do, you talk. So if you want to become my friend, you just talk to me. My favorite book? I've never even thought about that. Though there's one book actually. There is one book I read when I was younger. It was like a dragon, like lots of dragons. I don't remember what it's called. There was lots of dragons living together. It was a really nice story, and I read it like many times. I really liked it. I don't remember what it's called. It will be here. It will be here if I find it. Fave arty program to use. Ooh, actually, I recently switched program. Like way back, I used to draw with Sketchbook Pro, and it was like my first legit program that wasn't GIMP or anything like that. And I really liked it back then. It was for free, and I could just doodle away. But later on, I kind of felt like it was just limiting me, and I don't know, it didn't work for me. So I started using Fire Alpaca, and then I started using Medibang Paint Pro, which is basically the same thing. And I've been using Medibang Paint Pro for a long time. But just like a week or two ago, I switched over to Krita. Krita actually means pencil in Swedish, so I was like, ooh, a Swedish thing. I don't think it's Swedish, but... And I really like it. I feel like I can do more with it. I also have Photoshop, but I really don't like drawing with it. I don't know why. It's just so laggy, and I can't do the things I want to do with it. So I only use it for like editing photos and stuff like that. So right now I would say Krita is my favorite, but Medibang be still my beating heart. Tips on shading? I'm not the right person to ask. I'm not that good at shading. Like if you look at my art, I'm looking at my art again. My shading is so basic. It's so basic. Like the only advice I can give is thinking about your light source and thinking about what color you shade with. Like, are you shading with blue or like red? I think those are the most basic ones to shade with actually. So like think about what color you're shading with and what the light color is. Does that make sense at all? I don't know. I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry. There are much better tutorials everywhere online. Not me though. How are you? I'm actually kind of sick still. I've been sick for like 2 weeks. I don't know what's up, but I'm alive. That's it. I'm doing well, thank you. How do you cope with art block? That's a big question. I think you could almost make a whole separate video about art block because it's such a big subject and some people don't even think art block exists. I believe art block is real. I've been in it so many times. Art block takes its form in many shapes and in different amounts, different times and stuff like that. Like sometimes you just feel burnt out, sometimes you feel like what you draw doesn't look nice, and sometimes you have just no inspiration, and so it's just different each time, I guess. So each thing has its own coping mechanism to deal with it. My biggest problem is usually that I feel like what I draw doesn't look nice, but I just usually push through with it and try to draw anyway, and then it just solves itself. But sometimes you just have those periods where drawing isn't fun, so I suggest just taking breaks, doing something else that you enjoy, maybe play games or go on a walk or something, and then come back and maybe feel more energized to try again. Just don't quit. It will pass. You have to push through it somehow. That's my tip on that. Do you believe in talent? If two people have exactly the same experience in art, can one of them be more successful because they're talented? I would say yeah, you can. You can, not maybe like talent in a sense that you pop out of mama's belly and then you're amazing at art just being a toddler, but not like that, but like, I'm sorry, I'm sitting on the floor. But in a sense that some people, I believe, just pursue things better. They're better at seeing what's worth practicing. They see what's worth working on in a drawing. They have maybe more critical eyes, or maybe a better eye for color, maybe better eye to hand coordination. But that doesn't mean that anyone is like better or something like that. Just because someone has benefits in drawing doesn't mean that you shouldn't draw and stuff like that. Because like everyone is different, and maybe some has some talent in maybe color theory, but some other person has talent regarding anatomy, stuff like that. So I don't feel like you can just say that one person is automatically talented in everything. Oops. But maybe in small different aspects of art, maybe. It all depends. What do you like the most and the least about your current style and drawing in general? Well, actually, there is something that I'm working on right now. I want to draw more interesting art pieces and not just pieces that look boring and bland. And I feel like my art looks kind of boring right now. Some of you might not agree, but I think so. I want to create something that looks interesting to look at and not just... I draw a lot of busts, like you're seeing right now, here and up. I want to draw something that looks like it has more to it, like it has a composition and stuff. I haven't been able to work with that as much because I've been comfortable, I've been lazy. I want to create more, I want to make something interesting. So that's what I feel is bothering the most about my art style right now, is that I'm comfortable. And that's dangerous. You shouldn't get comfortable too easily. You should have fun, but not get comfortable. So that's what I'm most displeased about, I guess. What I like the most is that I'm improving right now. Like, even if I am getting lazy, I am still improving. Since I switched program as well, I've been improving very fast. I haven't uploaded that much, I feel, but outside of the things I have uploaded, I have been improving, and I am still improving. So that's what I like the most right now, is that I'm moving forward. I'm not stagnant. I am actually moving forward. How tall are you? Oh, I think I am, it was a long time I checked my height. I think I am 161 centimeters. I don't know how much that is in feet or the other, whatever measurement is, but 161, 162, I don't know, somewhere around there. Talk a little about my characters. Ooh. I might do that in a different video, because, oh my god, I love my characters so much. I could talk about that for ages. I'm not gonna do that in this video, it will take too much time. Maybe I'll make a separate video talking about it if that's interesting to people. Thank you for taking interest though, that makes me really happy. How long have you been drawing for? Wow, it depends on what you count, because people can be like, oh, I've been drawing my whole life since I was a kid. And while that might be true, I haven't been being that serious about art for that long. I think I got the most serious when I actually got my tablet, which might be 6 years ago. God, how long was it? I was in 7th grade, oh my god. 6 years ago, yeah, it was 6 years ago. So I would say about then, maybe. But also, ever since I joined DeviantArt, which was 2 years ago soon, ever since then, I've been even more serious about art, because I actually started getting feedback from people online, so... It depends, it's my whole life, for 6 years, or for 2 years. Take your pick, whatever you feel like is most, qualified. Have you ever taken art classes, or are you self-taught? And if you have, are classes helpful in your opinion? I believe that art classes can be really helpful, but it depends. Because yeah, I have taken art classes, but I haven't learned anything from them. Because our art teachers aren't really art teachers, or they are, but they're not teaching us anything. They're just around, I guess. So we get assignment, we don't get assignment either, basically. It's just, oh, do this thing, and that's it. And they kind of judge your art based on if they like it or not, which is really shitty, but it's the way it is. So no and yes, I take art classes, but they're not really art classes. I do plan on going to art school, mostly just for the sake of it, because I just want some education, so I'm not just some lazy shit who's just laying around. I want some sort of education, so I'm gonna go with an art education, and I feel like it might be fun, it might be interesting to take, and I feel like I might learn something, because the school I'm going to is more like, oh, you get these mediums and you're supposed to improve on your own, and we're here to help you with that. And I kind of like that concept, so I'm gonna go there and see how that goes. So yes and no, I've taken art classes, but yes, I feel like they can be useful depending on what you want to pursue. Oh, that's a confusing answer, but that's what I think. Oh, that's so nice. I get so happy that you guys like my art. That's so cute. You guys are so sweet. You're just sending nice messages to me instead of questions. It's so nice. Okay, what helped you improve the most? with art. Posting it online has really helped me improve a lot. Not because I get criticism or anything, just the fact that I'm putting it out there makes me want to draw something that's worth it. Because before DeviantArt, I just kind of doodled and made sketches and I didn't really put my mind into it the way I'm doing now. Because I got DeviantArt, I felt like I needed to finish something that I could make people look at without feeling embarrassed or something. So I feel like that helped me improve a lot, just to give me motivation to improve at all. But other than that, I feel like looking at things around you, and especially looking at people's art, not just art in general, but that art that you really want to have, like art that you really want to be able to make, will help you get to that level, kind of. Not just looking at art and just staring at it and analyzing every little piece of it, but just looking at art and enjoying art will make you make art you also will enjoy. So like, check your art diet if you want to get better and stuff. Do you want to go to uni? Yeah, that's what I answered before. Like, yeah, I really want to go to, I don't really want to, but I want to go to an art school because I feel like it's probably the most chill way to finish my education. I might continue studying after that, but basically the education I'm thinking about doesn't involve any digital art, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure, I don't think so. It's more like an old, typical art school where you have to like paint and sketch and like life drawing classes and stuff like that. And I feel like that could be really useful for me because I rarely do any of that. It's mostly just digital art that I'm doing and sometimes sketching. So I'm really looking forward to that I might be able to improve that way and just getting different stuff thrown at me instead of just staying in my own lane and doing what I do. I want to try different things. So that's why I'm going, and that's what I want to study. Just different things that I'm doing right now, so I can get like a little bit more experience about different stuff. Who is the oldest character you have, and how much have they changed over the years? Pfft. Wow, do I even want to think about that? I don't know if I want to show you guys. There are a few characters, but I think I'll take them up in the other video as well. If I ever talk about my characters in a video, I will bring that up, I promise. I don't want to take it in this video because that's embarrassing. I'll save all the embarrassment for another separate video. Thank you very much. How long does it usually take for you to finish one drawing? I'd say maybe, it depends how big the drawing is, but normally it's like 2 hours. After that I get really bored and tired and worn out, and I can't really like look at my art in a critical way. And I could take a break and come back later, but then I feel like I'm just overworking the piece or something. So normally it stops after 2.5 hours, never more than that. But sometimes it's as short as like 30 minutes and stuff. It depends really on how much work I'm putting into it. But between there, 30 minutes to 2 hours. Do you like showing your digital artwork to other people you know in real life? If so, how do they react? That's a really interesting question. I see why you're asking that. Well, I show my parents sometimes. I always show them my speed paintings. My speed paintings are often of artwork that I kind of like. So I'm like, oh hey, I made a new video, and they go and watch it, and then they say what they think. And my parents are really supportive, and it makes me really happy. My mom is also an artist. Like, she quit for a long time. She's the one who made me want to draw in the first place, and she really supported me. But after some time she stopped working on art, and now recently she's back at it again. It makes me so happy. She's drawing with like watercolors and stuff. It makes me so happy. She's so good still. I'm really proud of her. My dad is like very into music, so he makes his own music and plays a lot of instruments. Our house is full of instruments all over the place. I'm very proud of him too, and he's proud of me, I think. He also wants me to like do what I do. So they're just very supportive for me showing their art, or for me showing my art to them. They just get very happy about it. What music do you listen to? Like bands or just different things? Maybe when you draw? I listen a lot to like chill music, I guess. Like, I listen to a lot of different. I like One Republic, and I like some Swedish artists like Darin, and Veronica Maggio has made some good stuff. So I listen to some Swedish artists, I guess, but I've also listened to like a lot of indie stuff, like people who aren't really famous, like Eden is my favorite of all time. Not many have heard of him, but he's my favorite. I could listen to his work every day, all days, forever. They're really like, they're about love and they're like a little emo, but I love them. They're so good. I could just listen to them always. But yeah, I also listen to some popular stuff. I guess it's a big variety of different stuff. Where does your DeviantArt name come from? You mean robots? Well, I actually had a different DeviantArt name before. It was Sherpers, but then I came across this picture, and I was like, oh, it's a robot. And then I thought, hey, I'm gonna see if that's free. And robot with an O wasn't free. Like it was like a dead account, and I was like, okay then. With a 0, it was free, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that. So I took it, and then I changed my profile picture to that butt. And since then I kept it. Maybe you guys don't know, but I love robots. I love them. Robots are so good. I want to smooch them. I want to hold them. I want to hug them. The thought of robots is so nice and cool. Like in Overwatch, those robots, or cyborgs, whatever, they're so good. I love cyborgs as well. So yeah, I love those guys. I don't draw them that much. I have some robot characters, but yeah, I love robots. I wouldn't have changed my name if I didn't love it. So that's where that comes from. Now you know. How's it going with dating? Ooh, spicy questions now. But well, I'm not that much dating. I don't get kind of actually uncomfortable when people talk about like, oh, are you dating someone, or like what are your former relationships like? And I get really uncomfortable because I don't want to think about that stuff at all. But you know, I wouldn't mind having someone in my life, but I find it kind of scary to commit like that. So dating is not very much on my agenda at all. Though like I said, I definitely wouldn't mind if something happened, but it's kind of weird. I'm kind of awkward, so it doesn't go very well. And I don't know a lot of LGBT spaces that are kind of friendly or just not involving lots and shit tons of alcohol, because I get very comfortable with that as well. So I don't have very much to go on anyway. So yeah, it's stagnant, I guess. Nothing really happening. But like I said, if something happened, I definitely wouldn't mind. Who or what kind of characters do you enjoy drawing the most? Well, I have my main characters that I draw a lot and that I'm planning to make a comic about. I feel like my characters are always, they're very basic. They're not very like special looking. They just look like normal people, and I kind of like that. I don't want them to look like edgy and stuff. I really like characters that look special, like with pink hair and stuff like that. I really like that, but I don't enjoy drawing them as much as I like looking at them. So most of my characters are just very bland looking. They just look like guys and girls and people. There's nothing special about them. So I like very simple designs. I'll always go for them when I make a character. Just this hair color and this shirt, and then they're done, basically. But I guess of my characters, my favorite to draw are Cass, Claire, and Emmett. I love Emmett so much. I'm not gonna talk about my characters in this video. I promised I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. What is your least favorite thing to draw? Oh wow. Well, like almost every other artist, I guess, that I dislike drawing furniture or buildings and stuff like that. It's just boring. It's like math. It's just boring. I don't enjoy it. Do you have any advice for starting artists? When I was a starting artist, I would tell myself to not worry so much. I feel like a lot of starting artists do, that they're like worried that people will think their art is cringy or bad, or because there's this big cringe culture going on, and I'm like, don't care about them. Just do you and do what you like. And I know that people's comments can really get to you, like, oh, this character is cringy, or like, why are you drawing Sonic, that's so dumb, or you always like My Little Pony, and stuff like that. But like, if you're having fun, and as long as you're not hurting anyone, I don't see why those comments should be necessary to you or be considered criticism. But like, be open to criticism, but separate what criticism and biased opinions are. So you just separate them and take the advice you feel like appeals to you or is important to you, and the rest will sort itself out. It will just go on its own and you'll find your way. Also, don't worry too much about finding your style. It's not that important. It's not that important. It will come to you on your own. It will just happen. You don't have to look for it. So just do what you enjoy and have fun. Is my biggest tip. Don't worry too much. Have fun. I also got some questions on Tumblr for some reason. That was kind of cute. They asked me, do you do things other than digital art, like acrylic and pics and stuff? And yeah, I actually do. I don't do much. I do a little. I don't use acrylics at all. I have them at home, but I don't use them because I have nothing to paint on. But I have a lot of watercolor paper, and I draw. Sometimes paint with watercolor. I'm not that good at it. I do my best, but it's really, really hard. It's so hard. And I also do a lot of pencil sketches. I can actually show some, I guess. I even made like a little cover thing. I posted it on DeviantArt. It looks like this. But I make a lot of like sketches in here. Just drawing lots of random girls, I guess. But I draw a lot of those. I don't paint that much, but I do some of that. I also started to take pictures. I have photography classes and they're so boring. But I've actually recently started to get better at taking pictures, so now I actually enjoy it a lot more. And I enjoy editing pictures and stuff like that. So I would say that other than digital art, I take pictures and pencil sketches. But nothing out of the ordinary like that. That's about it. Where are you from? I am from Sweden. It says on my profile, but I guess not everyone looks there. More specifically, I'm from Skåne. In English, I guess that's Scania. I'm not sure, but Skåne. And even more specifically, I'm from a town called Ängelholm. I don't know what that translates to in English at all, more than like angel something. But I live at the coast, kind of. Everything in Sweden is a coast. I live pretty close to the sea, out in the countryside. I can actually show you what my view from my window looks like. Here you go. It's not that pretty right now because they just made a field all ugly. But this is what my view looks like. It's a very windy, sunny day outside. It's not fun to live here. It's not fun. I take the bus everywhere and it's so boring to walk to the bus and then wait. It all sucks. So it's pretty, it has its perks, but it's mostly just boring. And whenever I can, I'm moving away from here. Someone also asked me somewhere if I could make tutorials about how to paint. And I would really like to do that. That seems like a fun thing. I just draw so differently for every piece, and I have different styles, so sometimes I just don't know what exactly I'm supposed to teach because there's different things. But I love to make videos that have a educational purpose. It seems like a fun thing, so I would really like to do that if there's interest for it. What I would also like to do in the future is like with my sketchbook here that I showed you, the sketchbook, I would love to make a sketchbook tour, which is actually why I'm actually having motivation to draw anything in this crappy thing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to making that too, to show you guys what I've been drawing and what I've been practicing using this. So that'll be fun. And maybe some more silly videos like the one I made with I'm bored. I don't know why I made that video. I was so bored. It was crazy. But I enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed that you guys like watching it, and I would love to make more fun videos like that in the future. I hope you liked this video, and I hope that I answered your questions correctly in a nice way. And I hope that I gave you guys what you wanted. I'm not sure. But thank you guys for asking questions. I had so much fun recording this, and I swear to God, if this recording fucks up somehow, I'll be so angry. But yeah, thank you so much. I really enjoy making this, and I hope to make more soon. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time, I guess, if there is a next time. So bye!